You're saying, like, again, build a wall because they don't respect our laws. But now you have a president, just saying he'll declare a national emergency.
Which we need to get in that. So I want to hear from you. The people who are like, well, let's just claim the national emergency because the Democrats aren't going to allow us to build the wall. So we're just going to claim it and we're going to build the wall.
Thank you. He just said it. It's going to turn around and hit you. You get a guy in there who you don't agree with, they're going to call the national emergency on something else.
Yep.
The moment we started doing executive actions, and listen, Article 1, Section 1 of the U.S. Constitution says this: all legislative powers, here and granted, shall be vested in the Congress of the United States. All legislative power shall be vested in the Congress of these United States. No. In the Congress. All legislative powers shall be vested in the Congress of these United States.
Congress.
Where did it say anything about courts? Or the president? No. They don't have the law-making ability. The fact that he has to threaten with a national emergency should scare the crap out of you. The fact that we have executive orders should scare the crap out of you. They do not have law-making ability.
And if you want them to have law-making ability, you want a despotic ruler.
Dude, so they signed a stimulus bill. Obama signed one too. So did Bush on the way out.
Yeah, everybody does their stimulus bill now.
All the people that you said, these billionaires that were created, how many of them profited off that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Democrats wanted it just as much as the Republicans did.
If you want to laugh, look at the pork that gets thrown into stimulus bills.
I mean, I'm just saying, I can't even trust government, dude.
No.
I just can't. The moment he does this, it's going to open the door for someone else. Do I believe he's being malicious on it? No. I don't believe, okay, there are some people who are malicious in government. Yeah. Eventually you find out, crap, they were bad. I don't believe everybody goes in with that intention. You know what I mean? I really believe people actually want to do what they do because they care about people.
Yeah.
But let's be honest here. A lot of people say it. You get up in that government, man, bribes start coming, things start happening. You start to kind of lose your morals a little bit, right? Now, I don't know about Trump. I never met the guy. I'm not going to cap on his character. I can only cap on what I see. I think he's a loudmouth. I think he should shut his mouth. I don't think he should be on Twitter. Nope. I think he should learn how to speak adequately what he needs to speak, and people will be, he's got the Cyrus anointing. He's got this. He's just willing to say what needs to be said. So can buffoons. They can communicate by force too.
Yeah.
Right? That doesn't make you a better man. Martin Luther King could communicate his message without force. That's a man.
Mm-hmm.
Relying on the power of God. Okay? Tell me what you want. I don't care. He can say what he wants. And I'm only looking at character now. What scares me is about this thing. Tell me the constitutional authority, not a policy, not what we've enacted after. Constitutionally, where does he have the authority to write that stuff?
Yeah.
I don't see it. And we keep veering away from that document, and it keeps getting worse.
And we keep getting these end arounds. You look at the nuclear option that Harry Reid and the Democrats pulled, back when Obama was in, like,
yeah.
Even the Republicans were warning, like, you don't want to do this. You don't want to do this because if you do, it's going to come around and bite you in the butt a couple years later. And it did. And Reid even complained about it then, like, how could they use this option? How could they do this? You're the one who brought it in.
Yeah.
You're the one who did it.
That's right.
Sorry. It's your fault.
Yeah. And this is what we've allowed.
This is why, as conservatives, we're looking at Trump and we're going, don't do this. Because a couple years down the road, when a Democrat gets in office and they see that abortion's about to be outlawed, they'll twist it to where, this is a national emergency. We need to put this in. Healthcare for all. Our health is a national emergency. Dude, our system is crumbling. Our insurance companies are charging way too much. Our drug prices are skyrocketing. Now is the time to call a national emergency to make sure every single American gets health care.
You know how you want to know a government is wrong in what they do? When what they do is backed by force.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. That is called tyranny. When a government can do what you can't do, that's tyranny, friends. That's just how it is. That's why I don't like these options. The only way they can do that is by force. I'm going to force myself to declare a national emergency to build a wall, which takes $5 billion away from. It's probably going to be more like 10. Everybody always undershoots, right? How did a website under Obama take how much millions of dollars to make?
What, $2 billion or something, and it still wouldn't work right.
Yeah, dude,
and it was
check this out.
Delayed.
My website cost me $100 a month.
Yeah,
it's just fine. Just fine. $100 a month.
Do you know that company that screwed up the whole marketplace website got another contract from us? We threw them another contract right after. We're like, hey, we love your work.
If you look at that same system that you trust in, that is so inefficient. You all know it's inefficient. Everybody listening to this podcast knows inefficient. Even if you're liberal, you know government is inefficient. Why trust them? Well, can we trust ourselves? Well, I'm not. I'm as inefficient as they are. Why can't you just trust me? For me. Right? Why can't I, as a Christian, just go help those people at the border? What? You see what I mean? No. You get government involved, dude. I'm telling you. All they have to do is keep crying louder and louder and louder. Eventually, a Democrat will get their way. The left will always get what they want.
That's pretty much the argument that's happening.
Yeah.
Is that it's a foreign invasion per se, and this is a national emergency.
No, but you could say healthcare like there's a national epidemic like the swine flu or something. Everybody needs to, you know what I mean? It's just, that's just what they do right now. Could they use the foreign invader thing? Sure. But that's why every American has a gun under every blade of grass. That's why no other country would attack us, right? But I can promise you shoot an illegal immigrant for invading your property, you're the one that's going to get thrown in the coals, not them. You're the one that's going to get in trouble, not them.
If I were going to take down America, that's exactly how I would do it. I would do mass migration of my people.
Think about this, right? When an illegal immigrant comes here, or any other immigrant, right? In Minnesota, there's certain cases where it's like they get 7 years tax-free income, all these things. What about Joe that's been working 40 years of his life, barely has a savings? He's going to depend on Medicare, which is bankrupt, by the way.
No.
Barely has anything in his savings account. What about him? He's been faithful to pay his house. Nope. He's been faithful to pay his taxes, his cars, things like that, which I don't even agree with half the crap. But we're going to give these people special treatment.